That's where
attack
the
is worse. They might not
injustice
like you. They might just start coming straight at you. Yeah. I say we put some grease and some oils down right here so he can fall on his ass. Right here.
On the other side of the bridge, watching you guys plot and argue.
I'm not going to let you trick this poor man. Clearly, he's fighting against his will.
No, you're going to kill his horse. Well, what?
On the bridge, off the bridge, on the bridge, off the
He comes
bridge.
to defend the bridge again, and then you do it. You step away, and then he moves back, spins around.
It's not fair either way. Or is it fair? Is the unfairness what makes it fair?
Clearly, he doesn't. Oh, sorry, Mark. Go ahead. You're the acolyte. What does the acolyte think of this?
Is there any way across without fighting him, perhaps?
You could try to swim in the swampy river.
He's... As you...
You could try disconnecting from the internet.
Yeah, we lost Mark there for a second. He's frozen.
No, he's good. He's moving.
There we go.
It seems wrong to hurt the man, but on the other hand, quests.
He's not a shining priest.
No, he's not.
No. He's standing in our way. We should destroy him. Follow.
Let's see here. Oh, I think I actually have a good solution for this. 1 second. Yeah. Okay.
He's still standing guard.
Isn't your horse getting tired?
I'm getting tired just watching his horse.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do.
The priest man here makes very good soup. Just watch out for the stones.
You see him breathe heavily in and out. Are you on your horse still, Galath?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just move. I'll move the priest over one because the horse.
it's fine.
I re-ready my action
Which is
in the VC.
chats. It's hilarious.
That doesn't really work here, though. Shit.
Are you touching the bridge or not?
No, I'm just standing there considering. I'm considering my 60-foot movement range when I charge and the ride-by attack feat, but I don't think that helps me here. Because I don't think I can charge through him, even though he's the target of my attack. I think I have to.
Problem
pass.
with mounted opponents is there's two things. They're not both the target of your attack. Two creatures.
Right. Because it makes a big difference because it's like, do I attack him? Do I attack the horse? It all depends on the. It all depends on the situation.
What if he attacks something and then you get to be in range? Shouldn't he can't hit you with his lance?
Shouldn't he can't?
So there are your horses.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the sun is setting.
That's fine. We'll camp outside the bridge tonight.
Okay, how far away from the bridge are you going to camp?
I don't know. Like 30 or 40 feet.
On the bridge, off the bridge, on the bridge, off the bridge.
Oh,
on the
God.
We're
bridge.
gonna take shifts on,
How long
taking
does
shifts on that all
Clyde
night,
do
huh?
that?
Intermittently, for an extended period of time.
Okay. You eventually, the night falls, and he actually takes a. When you take a break, he actually heads towards his camp and sets a fire.
Okay, I grab a stick that's on fire so he can see me for sure. And I go back and I do it again.
Okay, so he lurches and gets back on his horse. His horse complains, and he's getting a little bit slower at this. Clyde, you do this until you're fatigued,
Yes.
and now his horse is fatigued,
Nice.
and he's fatigued.
Mercy!
There we-
You're no longer fatigued.
Alright, I keep doing it.
Galath comes for him. Mercy, you're no longer fatigued. Oh no!
Exhausted.
Oh no! It's 4 hours into this.
Off the bridge, off the bridge,
and he's
off the
now
bridge,
no longer
off the
leaving
bridge.
the bridge, and he's just sitting there, and he's like nodding, and he is now. I'm gonna give him the another symbol for say exhausted.
I'm getting tired. But we should probably do it some more.
I suppose I can take over for a time. The abbot just sits by the puts his back to the bridge and just every now and then puts his hand on the bridge.
Okay, the night by morning, sleeping in your armor makes you tired. When you're not sleeping,
Sleeping.
all right, you guys, I think there's the people who got a nice night's rest here are all awakened rudely as the sound of a collapsing knight and his horse on the other side.
And the abbots, and the acolytes there, victory!
Yes! We did it! I'm useful! I did it!
I helped!
I helped!
I helped!
He draws
beat
his
you with
sword
one
after he
finger.
dropped his lance, and he's sort of reaching it up, but then his arm gets tired, and then he ends up sleeping where he's lying, and his horse is actually lying on its side, breathing funny.
Oh, we probably want to go make certain that something unjust doesn't happen. Or maybe something that's just. Come.
The acolyte puts his hand on the bridge again just to see what happens.
Okay. Does it flinch from the night?
He doesn't get up though.
No.
Alright. On the bridge, off the bridge, on the bridge, off the
He's
bridge.
still going to avoid the
I'm probably going to try to get the fuck Galath. Come, Galath, come. So sleepy. Galath.
Are you guys going across?
Yeah, we're going to go across and
John?
disarm the
Yeah.
knight and then tend to his
Okay.
shit.
A tired Clyde.
Alright, so we're gonna tie the Black Knight up.
And we have our
He weakly tries to resist, but he's just exhausted.
Tie him up and drag him off to his tent, I suppose.
His campsite is littered with bits of food and bones of things that have been hunted, and it looks like he's been doing this for such a long time. He's turned this tiny campsite into almost a permanent home. The curious thing that you do see is that hanging from a tree is this very much looks like a stirrup, a metal bar with a wooden crossbeam underneath it, like a little perch.
I go over and chop that thing down. I don't know what it is, but it's not a good omen.
Stupid perches are bad.
Stupid perch.
Birds are bad.
Okay, so you've tied up the Black Knight. His horse looks like it's too old to be serviceable in war.
What does the Black Knight's face look like if you pop the helmet off?
Yeah, let's take the helmet off. Take a look at him.
It is a
Careful.
he would have been a very strong man in his youth, but he looks like a 60-year-old man with a big white salt and pepper beard and hair that's grown really long into a braid.
Sleep, brave knight.
His
Rest
eyes
well
roll
deserved.
open, and just to look at you weakly. He tries to stop you with a gauntleted hand, and
Go to sleep.
We'll start taking his armor off piece by piece, since we can't really do anything about it.
oh, it's disgusting. His under armor has been worn for so long that it almost breaks apart as you're taking it off of him.
All right.
His armor, his leathers have rotted because of his own sweat. And his
Good
skin,
thing I'm immune to disease.
His skin actually peels off in some places as you're removing his armor.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think we'll be
This is
needing
one
a pot.
horrible curse if we've ever seen
up
one.
to grab the scruff of Galath's shirt and pulls Galath close to him. She did this.
Who did this?
Okay.
He dies?
Halleck.
Do I know that name?
Halleck.
In your arms, his heart stops as he betrays his own magic, the bravery of the Black Knight, in his last final act of defiance. When describing this spell in years to come, or in months to come, to a wise wizard that you meet, whose name is Oberon, he tells you that the most likely thing is that he's been under a reoccurring dominate person spell for a very long time.
I'm gonna dig him a grave.
Okay. So Galath, being the honorable man, digs both of him and his horse. I guess you put the horse out to pasture or something.
Yeah, basically.
You take off the horse's armor, and it finally nickers off into the moor.
Goes off into the sunrise.
Goes off and gets stuck in the
Or does
marsh.
it just stand by the bridge? Like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Actually, yeah, it just wanders around. It's too tired to do anything. And by the time you finish digging the grave, the horse is actually lied down next to the grave, as if it misses its master.
Alright, Verkush comes over the axe.
The guy's equipment's all broken. It was masterwork, but it's been around for so long that it lost its masterwork quality. You do find one thing amongst him that is of value.
Okay.
And it's his dagger.
Okay, I guess I'll take that.
His dagger bears his family crest.
Oh, good. I was hoping I could find something that had some indication of who he was.
You can make up who and what the Black Knight was
At a later time.
but you have found your first magic item as you have now a +1 dagger with the personal family sigil of the Black Knight.
Cool.
See, the knight is strong in mind and in will,
Now,
but I am strong in the other part of the mind.
afterwards, you should also have a look at the
There
build
we go.
that Mark made for the Black Knight had you decided to fight him in combat.
And be grateful you didn't.
He was a 6th level fighter
Oh, Jesus.
with the Dragoon.
Oh, he's one of those.
I think one hit on a charge would have put you down.
Yeah, probably. If he's 6th level, yeah. I think those are the. I think aren't dragoons the ones that get the special unseating enemy targets, stick the fucking spear in them thing too.
I liked your solution, guys. That
Yeah, it was
tickled my-
awesome.
Yeah, no, that was brilliant.
On the bridge, off the bridge, on the bridge, off the
The only other,
Stuff.
if that hadn't been the decision, I think what I would have done is just taken off my armor and slogged through the mud, and just come up on the other side without touching the bridge. I don't know if that would have worked, but it would have been funny.
Clyde did have a backup plan.
What's that?
It was old one-armed man wanders onto the bridge to get murdered, and then you kill him before he can charge.
You also notice that there's an empty cart, and there are a couple of cups in the cart.
Huh.
The cart looks like it's repetitively dragged up towards the tower on the mirror.
All right.
Along the way, you actually find... you camp here, you dig his grave the next morning.
Yeah.
This is the day, by the way. The last day that you will spend on Nalbren for a very long time. Of course, you don't know that when you wake up in the morning. And Swedish fish.
Sour.
No, actually just
This
Swedish.
is the
I want sweet.
the wizard. The wizard mentioned cups, and for her, and this one mentioned the name of some woman, and he's got cups too. What the hell? I don't have any cups. Barbarians.
Clyde brings you a leaf and folds
Slaps
it a
you.
little bit.
I don't like you. Get away.
Oh.
All right.
The unjust with the just mingling.
Along the way, you find that like cups have been dropped. Like like the cart goes up a hill a little bit, and like some cups fell out of the cart. Maybe like they're just littered along the side of the road or the side of this weird trail. A little bit later, you get to the tower itself, and I'm going to expose the tower on the mirror. I'm also going to check first to see if I've got tokens down that you shouldn't be seeing.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun. My theme music.
Is that your theme music?
Awesome.
It's my theme music.
It's very, very catchy.
You know, dun, 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 dun. So
So the way you defeat the dragoon is you attack its horse, because its horse isn't nearly as tough as other people's horses. Okay.
So I was on the right track.
You were on the right track.
He does have that mounted combat though, and skill focus
Right.
ride.
That would have been tough to
Clyde,
get past.
That I guess Clyde gets some rest that morning and recovers from his fatigue from his fatigue.
Yeah. Sleepy. I nap the nap of the just.
You guys notice something flapping
Or
around
unjust.
the top of the castle. It looks like, for the brief moment, you thought it was a bird, but it looks like a little tiny green man of about about a foot and a half tall with bat-like wings. You just saw it kind of flapping around a little bit, and it went inside a window. And I'll put down a miniature for that.
As an aside, Mark, you can't use skill focus for one of the bonus feats for fighters, I don't believe.
Did anyone else see
No,
that?
it's the
It's part of
dragoon.
Come on.
Oh, it's part of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little green thing with wings, floppy, flap. Come on. No. Just me.
Kind of looks like that.
Going crazy, hanging out with you crazies.
Like that, meaning I'll enforce you and center you.
I know, it's like, what is this tiny little thing?
Yeah. and it flew into the top, right about we'll say the ruined tower top. Although there's a big gaping hole along one of the sides of the Lord's view. It flew into there. This rock. Let me force you guys here. Center. This rock is kind of like a ramp that comes out of the moor. There is a bit of a path that leads up to it. You see that there's a drawbridge and it's down. And there's an ominous feel to this tower. It's actually on its side, like it's leaning a little bit, like it's slowly sinking, or the rock upon which it's perched is sunk. You think you see movement in one of the upper areas of the tower, like something pass behind a window, something large, like a man or bigger.
Okay. I make my way up the stone.
Okay. You show there are tracks for the cart. It looks like it does this big repetitive circle, like it comes in and does a circle and then pulls away. And you can see that there's a couple of bags full of cups that have just been dropped off. Cups, spittoons, vessels, decanters.
They're not well.
Buckets.
Might be mad.
Lamp lanterns, little vials, chalices, gravy bowls.
Gravy boats.
Meatballs.
So I guess we'll set up Lamry out here and just give her the command to guard.
Okay. Let's just say that you went across the drawbridge and you set up Lamry here,
Okay, that's fine.
right beside a cart that's looked like to carry away manure and hay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
No, Marty, I want to set up out here.
Okay. Well, then Lamry betrays you.
Might not get to go to the future.
Now what?
Go. So Lamry's guarding. I guess
Yeah,
it's not attacking your friends. So it's guarding.
correct.
Okay. The door to the keep is unlocked, and there's one that seems to be pushed in. Of course, the whole keep's kind of on its side, and the doors seem to be jarred a little bit.
So I think I'll take my sword out at this point.
Yeah. Axe out.
There's no furniture in here. It looks like some of the windows, because the tower's on an angle, water freely pours through here. So there's like mold growing along the walls inside. Any of the wooden furniture has long ago been destroyed, and because of the wet. Like even the doors themselves, when you kind of touched it a little bit, was a little bit rotten. Almost like you could feel like you could push the wood and make an indentation.
Ew.
It's creepy and dark, and there's like, it's just choked in vines, and the stone is ancient.
Okay. Now what do we do? Do we go up? Kill whatever's inside?
Yeah. Oh no.
I wasn't asking you, that's in Galath.
I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what we're going to find inside there. But I do know we need to find out.
Alright, kill it then.
Not necessarily. We didn't have to kill the Black Knight. And we didn't have to kill the old man either.
He didn't have an honorable death. That knight should have fought and died.
Under the command of someone else? No. He broke free at the last moments. He decided his own fate. That was more honorable than being a puppet.
What
Die
is
like
a
a
more
slime.
beautiful way to go than dancing to death?
You go and dance till you die.
We don't know.
That was excellent thinking on your part, Clyde.
I'm Clyde, I was able to figure it out.
They're all jealous of each other because
Oh.
it's good to have sycophants.
I would have chopped out
How will I
the
live
bridge down
without
when
my
he's on it.
sycophants?
Right.
Gals will be lost. Confused.
These guys are awesome. These guys don't have their own campaign.
Right.
Can we play the sycophants?
Sorry,
In the
John.
Dark Age world?
Sorry, John, we don't have a character for you.
Shit. Can I play the Squire?
John's just there to describe how awesome the knight that they once followed was, which is their common bond.
Tell us again about the knight.
Right. Oh.
Oh,
in
how
their
good it is
memory,
to carry
they just go
groceries.
hunting Devlin.
These guys are so horrible, it's awesome. Just bad at their jobs.
All right, so let's go
Let's
into the
go.
tower.
Okay.
Weapons at the ready.
I've got a character who's 50 years old and only has 1 hit die. What has he been doing with his life?
Apparently something that didn't have a challenge rating.
Just shirking duties. Shirking all challenges.
Made worse than the government.
Oh.
Or maybe he has
Nice.
permanent negative levels. That'd be neat.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Galath, are you going into the
Yes.
ruins of the Tower on the Mere?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, let's do it.
You go in. You can't see in the dark. How are you lighting the way?
I have a torch.
It is a gloomy day, but you do strike up a torch, and the torch light dances off of the ruins of the inside of the place. You do see some rats kind of scurry from the light of your torch. And what's rare on your island, but it does happen, you do see a snake slither off to the side.
Doesn't
A whole bunch of centipedes kind of out of this really dark nook just kind of go across the wall.
Harlock has light. He can cast light on things.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, Harlock will cast light on... fuck, whatever. His glove, fuck.
Okay, on his left hand, because Nuada is the light.
Yeah.
Okay, so the light of the Acolyte's Harlock puts Galath's fire to shame, although fire is also a weapon.
It is, yes.
Galath, where do you go?
To hell.
Clonk, clank, clank, clank.
Okay, you do see that there is a spiral staircase that leads up along the far wall. The tower is tilting to map south.
Okay.
So-
Is
Do
there
you want me
anything?
to move Harlock?
Yeah, sure.
Is there anything of particular interest in any of these rooms, or is it all mostly just decayed old swampy crap?
It's decayed and exposed to the elements somewhat, so
Yeah.
it's there are some bats that are roosting in some of the rooms in the ceiling.
Okay.
There is a slight trail, though. It's like obvious that people walk this way, and
It's the
perhaps
one
not
area
in the
where
middle. Yeah,
There's scuffs on the floor and dust that isn't
Yep.
settled. Yeah. Okay.
You find a bag of cups that has been broken open and just spilled all over the place, and they're kind of been kicked around.
Ugh. People are obsessed.
Somebody must be really thirsty.
I'll start climbing the staircase.
You
It
climb,
looks like someone insane looking for a specific cup. They just asked for every fucking cup, yeah? That's what I would do.
Really thirsty.
okay, you climb the stairs. It's common in the defensive buildings to not have the stairs like continue all the way up. You have to kind of go through defensive areas to continue up. So this is like
Yeah.
this was once built as a fortification, is what Galath can kind of tell. The weird slant of the floor suggests that, and then some of the bricks that are missing suggest that somebody knocked them out, maybe so they have a way of looking. And then any of the water that comes in just drains down that way.
Clank, clank, clank.
Okay.
More staircase.
You hear this voice from upstairs, not in this room, but where the stair is.
Fuck that.
Yes,
Ah,
it's not here. Well, how do you know it's not here? It doesn't feel right.
Clank, clank, clank. Clank. Clank, clank.
Well, I guess we'll just have to recruit another Black Knight. Let him come. The voice is really deep. Like Marty can't do voice that deep.
Oh, hold on. No, I can't do that. Fuck that shit.
Thanks.
That's
Adam,
right.
try it.
Thanks for the effort.
Yeah.
You hear what sounds like little tiny nails, like yeah. Thanks.
That's not too bad.
That was actually pretty good. You hear like little tiny nails scampering along the top of the stairs, like kind of like a cat running in place, sort of thing. Yeah, a little flapping of wings. Perhaps it was this thing. Yes, they're brave, aren't they? Their bravery will be rewarded.
cheater.
What did I do?
Use your microphone.
Clank, 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 clank.
Okay. So Galath is coming up this way, and you saw something scampering towards this way. This entire level has just got more cups than you thought would ever be in an entire city, just strewn across the floor, like cups and goblets. Some of them.
So why do I have this? I just have this horrible feeling we're gonna have to fight another one of those unbound Eidolons. It's just. I don't know why I feel that way.
Reference to past campaign. We'll describe later.
Get ready, Marty.
Okay. You do hear the sounds of maybe people climbing stairs or kind of moving away from you.
Cowards.
Oh, there's a king's fortune in metals here, but there's some wooden ones, and they're bowls and cups and vessels and pans and helmets and vases, vials.
Where's the lady voice? Lady voice.
The second you stride through there, Galath, you notice there was a cup that you swear wasn't there before. It's just amongst the masses, and there's a little tiny stone inside the cup. It's silver.
Ignore it.
I crouch down to get a better look at it.
Okay. There's a tiny stone with strange runes on it.
Sheath my sword. I'm holding up my torch in my other hand with a unreadied shield. Reach down and
Quiet.
pick up the cup. I guess
you hear a woman say, "Quiet." I felt something.
Do I have any feelings about this object, or is it just a weird curio in a otherwise really weird place?
No, you were looking for a place to kind of pick your footing, going through the cups and all the debris, and you blinked, and there's a silver cup with a small stone in it that was not where it was before.
Okay. Guess I'll just stick it in my stuff for now.
Okay, so you pick up the cup, and there's a stone inside. There's a brief bit of white magic that goes across the runes, and you stick it in your stuff.
Yeah.
Take the cup too.
Oh yeah, I took the cup too.
What's this?
This is a small tight spiral staircase that goes up.
So sword back out. Clank, 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 clank.
Okay.
What is stealth?
This little thing what you saw was looking at you. It hisses at you and then goes all the way up.
Stealth is for other people.
What do
I
you
throw a cup at it.
What do you mean you sense something? He is here.
Clank, clank, clank.
I have not felt his presence in a long time. Where is he? Show yourself, White One! The sound of an angry woman. Clyde is going first. Clyde is scrambling in front of the knight. Is that kind of what's going on?
No, that's right.
Clank, clank, clank. The jangle of spurs and metal.
Oh, I'll protect
metal
you here.
boots.
Now, I promised during the non-backstories to not really force some of the story like I've been doing tonight. I will relax and let the dice fall where they may. The next scene is Galath confronting something that is well beyond his means, let alone the means of a party of minor followers. There is a woman that is in the chamber at the top of the stairs that is the most frightening woman that Galath ever expected to see.
I charge.
Ah! Galath charges, but what he fails to see is that there is this ogre thing that appears out of nowhere as if it was invisible and stops him from charging by slamming him up against the ground. He opens his mouth, and his mouth is big enough that Galath's head could fit inside. There is a woman that is the spitting image that you've seen from a storybook about the enemies of Arthur, who's standing plain as day, wielding a crooked wand, looking around. Show yourself! She seems not to even care the fact that you guys are here. Like, you are so beneath what's going on.
Probably a good thing.
There is one man that looks like he's chuckling because he pulls out a rapier and then he's got a main gauche, and then this weird crooked third little arm comes out from the back of his back, and it's got another main gauche in it.
Is it still a main gauche if you're holding it with your weird, like...
Is that a tertiary gauche?
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to come up with a proper term for it. But we'll call him Farence de Cyrano, the Fat, or the three-armed swordsman. Flapping around and basically giving a good fight for the minor followers is an advanced homunculus that actually serves the Dark Queen Morgaine as opposed to the hedge wizard that it goes occasionally visits. The ogre, after a struggle with Galath, actually give me an attack roll. Just to see if you strike down the ogre, or if you strike and injure the ogre.
Strike at all the ogre in any way.
Yep. If you roll above 20, you do something bad to the ogre.
Nope.
No, you cut him with your sword, and he backhands you, and you go flying to the edge of the to the cliff, prone. The ogre comes stomping towards you. Clyde tries to dive in the way of the ogre, and the ogre just slaps Clyde against the side.
Varkush goes in.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Harla cast blast, so you get a +1.
1d20
He's messing him to water.
5, 6. Are you
I'm
blessing?
helping.
Are you blessing?
Yes.
Yep.
Damn it! I can't hit anything.
Okay, so the thing grunts.
Yes.
Do any of you speak giant?
Nope.
Okay, so he's got his hand closed around Galath's neck. His hand is so big that it actually fully encompasses around his neck, and he's just kind of squeezing. Galath's like... He's being choked. His companions are like, no!
Back again?
Stepping in and sort of chuckling a little bit as he's having fun with his third arm. He's poking at Varouche.
Sure he does.
Basically, his third wimpy little arm comes out and is kind of like got your axe all tied up, and then is like slashing an L in your face, and then tying up your axe, and then slashing another L on your cheek, and then like he's toying with his prey, laughing. You try to strike back, and it's like his other arm just basically blocks your attack. Unless you roll a 20.
Let's do this. Come on, 20s. Damn it! I can't hit anything.
No, the three-armed swashbuckler is just having his way with you. Remember your request the other night?
Yeah, I remember now.
So the ogre's in this square. The ogre's like...
I don't recall requesting an ogre, though. An Inviso ogre.
Yeah, the ogre went invisible again, and he's still squeezing Galath. Galath's like... None of them are the White Wizard. Capture them. The ogre actually accidentally let go of Galath over the edge. He goes disappearing over the side. We need more cup gatherers, is the last thing that you hear the Dark Queen Morgaine saying.
I'll never collect cups for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck you, you cops.
I have to say, if this is the last thing that happened to me, in retrospect, our first game was even funnier.
Galath goes flying, and you notice that there's something in your pocket that is just streaming this light, and boom! You hit the cart with a bunch of a blast of air comes out of your mouth. It was like you couldn't breathe.
You hit the shit cart.
You hit the shit cart with the hay inside of it beside your horse.
It wasn't mud.
And then finally, there's a flash of light that encompasses you and your horse and your equipment, and then you remember the streams, like traveling, like you pass through the shit cart and through the stone and through the swamp, and then did you come by way of the tree?
No, the stone.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Was it Galath that had the version of the tree or not?
I came through the tree, I think.
You came through the tree. The dwarf came through.
The bathtub.
Azuldan came.
You came through by the stone.
Oh no, you came through the tree because of the. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. You pass into the ground and you travel really far and there's this blur of trees and then there's this grand tree and then you begin flying up through the tree and things are flying by you and the tree's going all in directions and you just can't really and then you're standing in a hall and you've dropped to one knee and you hear Mark, go ahead, give me an Azuldan voice as you notice that Galath falls to one. The Muddy Knight falls to one knee.
Oh, you okay there, shiny pants? You don't look so good.
I remember everything.
What do you mean you remember everything?
I have to get back.
Well, you remember your home?
Yes, it's in terrible danger.
Well, you know where we are?
I have no idea.
Well, I suppose that's where we ought to start then. Can't really draw ourselves a map till we know where we are first.
I know where we are, says the dwarf.
Really? It's not your bathroom, is it?
No. My cousin was trying to kill me. Sorry,
In the
not
bathtub?
Scottish. God damn it. My cousin was trying to kill me.
In the bathtub?
Well, I wasn't wearing my armor on.
Seems a dishonorable way of going about it.
We're in Volsgard, lads.
Where's that?
Probably near Volsland. We should go to my home.
Volsland?
Azildan just still looks confused.
Well, at least I know something about Voslandic.
Figure out where we go tomorrow. Now, eat.
I think now we fight.
And then you hear the cries outside. No. Now you defend town.
Now we defend. Oh, sorry.
Don't you want to rather
All right,
help these people that are dying outside?
True.
Whose backstory are we doing next week? Because that's the next person who goes down to one knee as they're clutching their head, remembering things.
We're never gonna get to the fight if people keep remembering things!
Stop remembering.
I'm I'm the last one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're the last.
Yep.
Okay. I vote Adam. Because that's
Who-
a feud,
Adam.
Who is 100% sure they'll be here next week?
Let's roll, biatch.
I should be here next week.
That's what D&D is about, motherfucker.
Okay, roll d20. It's basically
Roll for initiative.
whose lore do I sink my head into for the next week.
And
Oh, we're going for Mongolian beef.
Okay, so I
With it's dog beef.
Oh, welcome to Shitty
All right.
Walk.
so he's like, first we eat cake, no, and he reaches down.
No cake.
He-
Ah.
he's waving his head around, and it appears that it's now Uker's turn to have
remember things.
Oh, God.
to have an episode. All right, so that's the end of. I think that's where we're going to end tonight. Good job. I'm going to give you guys
What about
some
the
XP.
Knights APCs?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's where we're going to end the game. We've got 15 minutes.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to grab a beer. I'm going to leave the chat going, so feel free to chat. We can answer any questions if there were any stream. I think we had like 6 or 7 viewers. Woo!
Pretty cool.
There was 9 viewers
We were up to
for
9.
about half the game.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a much better example of sort of the story part of our gameplay. I did railroad a few things. I appreciate my players kind of allowing me to do this because this is a backstory. So I'm setting up some things. Once we get to the hey guys, what do you want to do? That's when I'm going to sit back a little bit and make it a little bit more sandboxy and a little bit more controlled.
I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be the first time that one of our characters accidentally killed a very powerful NPC who shouldn't have been killed that soon.
Well, I gave you a roll against the 3-armed swashbuckler, and I gave you a roll against the ogre.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So those are enemies that you could have not had to fight But
we
what I
rolled
found really funny
lucky.
is what I kind of realized at the end is like you killed their cup collector or their cup guard. And you just brought them a bunch of guys that are like, yeah, I'll just dominate these people and send them off on their crusade. So poor Clyde, the one-armed, Varouche the barbarian,
The one-armed
and acolyte Harlock who
collector.
loves his gold are going to be going out into the world collecting all vessels and bringing them back to the Tower on the Mere.
I didn't get to use my secret attack. That of bodily fluids.
Oh,
I might not kill you, but I'll make you stinky.
All right, and then okay, I'm gonna crack a beer. John, you want a beer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I think at this point in time in the night, we've been going for so long that it's time to combat the caffeine with a little alcohol. I appreciate everyone watching tonight. Feel free to hang out with us as we just chit chat and we talk about it. Oh, and then the Paladin ABCs. Paladin ABCs.
Yeah. Can't leave that out.
I've got to miss the Paladin ABCs. I will catch it on YouTube.
All right, dude. Have a
Which
good
you
night.
can see on the DieDragonDie YouTube channel.
That's
so-
correct. Mark,
www.
get your Eastern themed Kingdom 5 Rings bad guys set up because
Yeah, I will. I just need Mario to send me kind of what he wants.
In the other.
I highly recommend looking into a ninja build.
There's
yeah,
Nezumi, and there's like the Nezumi and the there's the bat people and the rat people, and there's there's no
Fox
hints.
people. There's the fox.
Yeah, the fox people, the Vulpine.
Yep, the
Yeah.
Kitsune.
Kitsune.
Oh, Kitsu, the Kitsune.
Yeah, Kitsune or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I highly. There's also those Raven people, right? You have the Tengu.
Oh yeah.
The Tengu. Yeah.
Tengu. Yeah, I highly recommend a Tengu Raven or a Tengu Ninja. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah,
Ahmed, how amazing are they?
He was kind of a crappy sidekick.
Did you try building one? It didn't work out for you.
It
No.
wasn't it was the bat people type.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was actually pretty awesome. The
Kazul.
Raven was a follower. Kazul, yeah, the Raven was the follower who was.
Yeah, the Raven was
Yeah,
his follower.
I'll take care of this. Don't worry about it. And he fucks it up completely.
So they were the creepy Creeperson twins.
So yeah, basically I'm an assassin and he's my follower. We assassinate a guy, and we're trying to hide the fact that we did it. He's like, "I got this. Don't worry." And I get found out because he
In about 15 minutes.
Destroy or hide the evidence.
Who built what character? Well, I'm going to give you some XP for building and playing those wonderful characters tonight, even though they weren't your main guys. You deserve some XP for that. So what did we build?
we
I
built
know one guy. Excuse me.
6th level Black Knight.
Yeah, so giving him crippled gear and a really heavy weakness, I'm going to make it a CR4.
Okay.
Power of dance.
Yeah.
Dance triumphs every time.
Clyde, Harlock.
Okay, what level is Clyde?
Clyde is a first level rogue.
He had the style of a CR2, so I'm going to give him a CR2.
Harlock was a second level adept.
Yeah, let's give him a CR2.
And Varkush was a second level warrior.
So you rolled with the punches beautifully tonight and played a wonderful character with Clyde. Ahmed, you made the most boring build of Fighter 2 into something interesting. Thank you. And then again, thanks to Mark for playing the douchebag basically. that was
Justin D-bag.
That was fucking awesome, and he survived. He survived. He was one of the first to get captured, and he's basically in the dungeon somewhere at the mercy of the Lord Marshal or perhaps his new allies.
Learning how to be a Spanish cavalier.
Hold on. So,
French cavalier.
what level was the D-bag?
French cavalier. Yeah.
He was a 3rd level fighter.
Okay.
Outrider.
The rooster on the lance was freaking hilarious. Loved it.
Motherfucker.
So effectively, I've given you 4 CR2s worth of XP for creating and playing those wonderful characters. So thank you. What else did you guys do? The whole grand tourney. I'm going to give you a CR3 for just the whole scene.
How much experience do I get for my cousin?
That was part of the CR3.
That's true.
Well, no. You
okay.
actually defeated another knight that was a CR2. So yeah, he was equal level to you. So
But I feel really bad about it.
He defeated me. He defeated me as well.
Yeah, he actually defeated you in combat. Right. So there was role-playing award for coming up with a cool character and then actually fighting. Unfortunately, a CR2 fighter is a second level fighter is a CR1.
Yeah.
And then you get XP for facing but not defeating the Rooster Knight. He's going to be a knight by the time you guys come back here.
Yeah, but like by the time we come back here, it's going to be like, stand aside, filthy peasants.
Although, I know we're like in the middle of like clusterfuck on Mount Olympus, but he's also in clusterfuck on like on the Knights of the Round Table. Like, every equal opportunity destruction all around. He's got a chance to power level, that's for sure.
Yeah, so that was fun. Escaping. There's probably some XP there. Like, witnessing the whole thing, I mean, the whole, like, crazy ships and guys with, like, the power of thunder in their lances, and then escaping.
Wizard. The hedge wizard.
Role-playing with your master, and role-playing with, at the beginning, John, the bit of role-playing as a child, and then role-playing with your sister, meeting up your sister. These are role-playing encounters. What was that?
Nothing.
I was just taking an opportunity to...
Yeah, just to be funny. Okay.
Hedge wizard. We haven't actually thrown him in there yet.
I turned him on the fly into a 4th level. Actually, there was nothing he did that wasn't adept. He was a 4th level adept.
Magic missile.
Magic missile is wizard.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay, so I did change him to a wizard on the fly. My bad.
He has a spellbook too, so...
Yep. So he's a CR3.
Oh, we made a squire and introduced him very briefly.
I will give you a CR half for the moment of wonderful.
He was the. Did any of the other characters die?
When we come
You
back,
know what? There were actually subtle decision points that Galath made.
Mm-hmm.
Addy insisted to go see his brother and said, "I'm going off in the wilderness to go see my brother." The whole, like, how he became a paladin and where he ended up to would have had to have changed in the way in which you met the characters and which ones were important and not. So I like, as much as it felt maybe a little bit railroady, there was a lot of
it was more of a choose your own adventure.
It's fine. I just made the decisions where, like, in my head, I was like, and then this happens next in the movie, and we have this scene.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, and then the hedge wizard, and then finding all the cups. Like, getting to the tower where you got your ass handed to you, and then...
beating the knight.
Yeah, I gave you...
We already got that.
Yep.
We did? Okay.
CR4.
Cool, and then the cool oath thing, like... Yeah,
Which I totally botched.
Fucking paladin. That's awesome.
well, it was the bad connection too. So.
Part of it was I wasn't reading it off of the page on purpose. I was just trying to say what you said, and then I forgot what you said a couple times.
Don't worry, I did that during my wedding.
Oh,
Right. I've seen that. I've seen that many times where people screw up like their oaths, and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's emotional."
Look, you know what's gonna happen, okay? I'm not gonna fuck over you.
Okay, you guys get 2,000 XP apiece. I'll round that to the next. What is the name of tonight's game?
Hold on. I have this. Cauldrons, cocks, and cannons.
Cauldrons,
cocks, and cannons.
cocks,
That's good.
and
Cocks
cannons.
and cannons.
Nice.
That's good.
You went with the alliteration there. I see.
Yeah. Well, I felt like we kind of hit all of the little... I mean, we could do cauldrons, cocks, cannons, and cups if we really want to go, like, all the way. And just hit all of the major
Cauldrons,
points
cocks,
of...
cannons, and cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep a triple alliteration. 4 seems like a little overkill. We'll get to the cups thing later. Let me just have a look. So with 2,000,
They're going to be salty when they...
and 2,650. You guys are well into your 3rd level right now.
They're going to be salty when they find out the Sun
No,
Girl's
you're on your way. You're on your way to 3rd. Sorry. So
yeah.
46.
So
Yeah.
Question: how's this working? Let's say next game.
If over the next 3 games you gain a level, then the first thing that we do as you guys are taking a knee in Sailor Wormbind is level you go up to 5th. If that it'll be close, but fourth. Sorry. Yeah.
It's like, oh, we remembered some things, and now I remembered some class shit that we forgot about.
We're well on our way to 3rd. You said
Correct.
3rd. Yeah.
So pretty sure we'll hit 4th by the time
something.
by the time we play 3 more sessions. We'll probably be at 4th.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a lot of bowing and eating of
Wait,
cakes.
so is this like Diablo?
Marty, eating of cakes.
Marty, is this like
Puppies.
Diablo
There's a
where we
puppy
get
in there
our hit
somewhere.
points and all our spells?
No. 6 hours of
I
these
level halfway through the fight.
Because there is epic magic involved, if you do gain spells, we can pretend you forgot that you even prepared them when you come back. So for this time, yes.
Awesome.
Because you potentially have a village to save from invading army of orcs. So
Yeah.
that's definitely an exploit I've used in video games where if you restore your hit points and magicka or whatever when you level, you wait till you level until you're in the middle of a fight.
It goes max.
Diablo 2.
Yeah. So you
Diablo
wait
2, that's how
until you're in the
that's how
middle of a
beat the
fight,
guy.
and then you
Hardcore
level.
runs Diablo 2 trying to get through the first boss. I can't remember her name. Poison bitch of Bitchonia.
And you're like, oh, I just got stronger, and I got my hit points back, and I got my magic back. Fuck you.
Okay, so here's some just sort of some references of where we got some of the tokens from before. So just to kind of shout out as to where they came from, so you can pause that and look at that.
I'm gonna call it a night before you start. There.
Paladin ABCs, man.
I gotta go too, man. It's
All right.
3 a.m.
We're gonna do Paladin ABCs.
I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. Don't worry.
Okay, let's do the Paladin ABCs and then I'm out because I'm interested.
So do you have this, John? So the concept behind Paladin ABCs, we were laughing about you know how you rolled old school characters and you end up with like really great stats, but one stat becomes dump stat. Just through bad rolls. I'm like, how do you play the guy with the 18 charisma, really good strength, but like a 3 or 4 int, and he wants to be a paladin? Like, how would you even teach the like worse than Forrest Gump? You know how to be a paladin?
This conversation actually went through putting the dump stat in each different ability score,
Right.
and some of them are really easy. Like the 3 strength wizard is just. You can't pick anything up.
Carry me around on my litter.
So we laughed about the Paladin's picture book, and then John actually wrote up what we call the Paladin ABCs. And where is it sitting? Is it in our...
It's in Shadows too.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, Shadows. Okay, it's going to take me a moment to pull it up. Unless you could share your screen through VC. In that.
I can.
Okay.
Bop, bop. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'll drag this into...
Oh, that's such a good campaign. There's... Oh, come on!
Shadows?
Okay, so
Yeah,
picture a book written in like almost like
God.
crayon size
This
letters.
is a fantastic campaign.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, that was my character.
Wait, is this this is
Knight's
the top, one with top,
ABCs.
right?
Yeah, this one with pop.
A is for arrow, it flies swift and far. B is for beholder, that has lots of eyes. C is for cavalier, that's what you are.
So if I recall correctly, I wrote this because I was playing a cavalier that was really dumb and didn't know anything.
D is for dragon, tremendous in size. E is for evil, which you should fight. G is for gods, who are usually right.
Oh, you missed F is for F is for faith and gods and kings.
There we go. G is for gods, who are usually right. H is for hands wearing signet rings. I is for idiot. Let's ignore that for now. J is for judgment enacted on all. K is for king, before whom you bow. L is for lady, beloved by all. M is for mount, you need one of these. N is for nobility, which is better than common. O is for ogre, who smells like old cheese. You just had to make these things rhyme, didn't you?
I tried.
P is for princess, whose beauty we drink in. Q is for quest, the most important of all. R is for royalty from the blood of kings. S is for sword, which kills short and tall.
Oh.
T is for tournament, more fun than anything. U is for Underdark. You shouldn't go.
Yeah, that's.
V is for vagabond, like knight errant. W is for winning all battles everywhere. I think you ended it there for some reason.
I couldn't think of any more good rhymes after that. So I was like, this is enough.